Hey guys, Nick and Tara here.
Hello.
Welcome once again to our weekly live stream. We got our beers here today.
We do.
We got our laptop so we can interact with the chat. And we've got Super Time Force on Xbox One.
We do.
This game comes out tomorrow.
I believe so, yeah. Tomorrow on Xbox One and Xbox 360.
Yes, and this will actually be both of our first times playing it. I think I played back at PAX 2011.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago. I remember very little of this game other than the weird mechanic that seems to make up the bulk of it.
You're saying it was like a different Tara played it, and now you're going to go back to the beginning of Super Time Force and play it alongside that Tara.
Yeah,
that was on purpose. No, but we did think it would be a cool idea to kind of play a game from just the beginning, like from the jump with the community. We've never done that before. So let's play some Time Force.
Just a note to our guy in the studio, Max Wink. People are saying that there's some audio lag with our stream. So
interesting.
We will try to fix that as soon as possible, but in the meantime, we are going to start playing this game.
Again, the audio lag is all part of our elaborate Time Force-based special effects that we've added to this episode just for you.
It's a metaphor, much like everything else in the world.
All right, look at that. That cat has green eyes. That's probably important.
This game is so cute. I do remember that about it. It's been in development also a really long time.
It feels like it, yeah.
Which I think explains why
his name's Dr. Rapitsky.
Aww. Look, pie.
Was there pie? You're a math major. What is pie?
Pie is a delicious food meant for eating.
That's a good joke. Look at those UFOs in the future. So we're at the same place, but at a different time. God, I love the little mech designs. Look at that.
Cincidelphia, USSA.
USSA.
I also remember that this game was very funny.
It is.
But I think I played it, gosh, probably at least 2 years ago, and I'm pretty sure it's changed a lot since then. I want to say that they retooled major parts of the game.
Yeah, it's funny. It started out as like a game jam game at Toe Jam or TO Jam, the Toronto, Ontario game jam, where like that whole indie game scene gets together and makes games. That's a lot of medals.
Yeah.
And it just started as like a quick game jam game, and they were like, wait a minute, this is a great idea. Let's make a whole video game.
The mechanic is solid. Some people are asking if this is going to be coming to PSN at any point.
I don't. So they definitely haven't said that it will. It was brought to Xbox as part of the ID at Xbox program.
Yeah. I would imagine there's probably some sort of timed exclusivity.
I think we'll see
and I believe
PC.
somebody else said in the chat that I've heard Mike news that it will come to later consoles in the future. That's usually what happens, especially with Xbox One being in its situation that it is.
Oh,
in
you
right now.
shouldn't have said that.
Crap! Can we
stop listening?
We should turn
Xbox.
off the
Xbox.
No, not turn off.
Xbox.
No.
Why did you say Xbox?
It's gonna be a really fun live stream.
Look, as long as we don't say Xbox turn off, I think we're okay.
No.
Okay.
Bad Xbox.
Comedy jokes.
Stop listening. You're creeping me out. Thank you.
So, starting next month, there will be some Xbox One owners who don't have that problem.
Yeah.
We'll be putting up a coffee talk about that later this afternoon.
Yes.
But the short version is that's pretty wild.
Boy, yeah. That should be up this afternoon. I was gonna say something and now I forgot.
Let's meet the team, Tara.
So this is single player only.
It is.
So that's why we're not both playing. It's not because I'm a woman. It's because I'm a faster typer than
her name is Amy McKillen, and her name Amy is spelled A-I-M-Y, like aiming a gun.
The one thing about
what's his name?
Pixel art based games, Shieldy Blockerson. This is like if I invented a video game.
Yeah,
this is what it would be.
This is your genre of dumb naming.
The one thing I hate about pixel art based games is that whenever they have text, it's really freaking hard to read.
I do like that guy just said lol. He said LOL.
I say that in real life too, though.
Well, he's from the future. Or maybe now.
I started saying it in an ironic way, and now I just say
it
regularly.
Lol.
Like, I have no irony detection now.
It's happened to me with a few words. I think there was a time when I started saying that things own, ironically, like, oh, dude, that game owns, and then like, oops, it crept into my vocabulary, and now I say that things own.
Same with hella, which I still don't like that I say, but sometimes it just comes out, and what am I gonna do?
You can't not say hella, you're in the Bay Area.
Exactly.
Something that I really like, and this isn't, wow, look how big that screen is. Something I really like about this game, speaking of pixel art, is that I'm gonna jump through this real quick. They do something pretty cool, which is and it's pretty rare, I think, which is they have a pixel art game that has an aesthetic that doesn't look like every other pixel art game. Like the robots are so blocky and with so many lines. Like it's stylized. It doesn't look like pixel art in the bland 8-bit throwback
pretty
sense.
Advanced
it has
pixel
its own,
art.
Yeah, it has its own style, which is important.
And like everything is incredibly detailed too. But then again, they have been working on this game for a really long time. Look, it's a Facebook like.
All right, let's go poke some enemies.
So I wasn't super paying attention at the beginning of the game, but do you know what the main gist of the story is?
Something, there's a man invents time travel.
Pick that thing up.
Pick what thing up?
The A thing.
I think that's just saying press A to jump.
Oh.
Press X to shoot with this crappy little BB gun pea shooter I have. Oh, shoot up, duh.
Somebody asked how much this game would cost. I want to say it's $15.
That's my instincts too, but I would also be guessing. Or they could look it up. They could Google
or
it.
you could use Google.
What do you think we are, game journalists?
Surprisingly, it's not super easy to find the price point of this game. Oh, $14.99. There we go. Good guess.
So this is gonna simulate an enemy. So that's what I mean. Like, that is a cool looking robot.
It is.
Pixel art. It's not a pixel art robot. It's just regular.
Most of the time they just look like blocks.
This game does a lot with that style. I mean, Cappy, I love Capybara Games, the developer, and they are clearly very self-aware about, like, they're not just going to do a pixel art game for the sake of doing a pixel art game. Like, oh no, I got killed. They're doing some interesting things with sprite scaling and rotating here. Like, when you die, you kind of ragdoll a bit. Hold on.
Seems like the whole game is set in the future.
Is it?
Well, they said something like that during the... I mean, it's the USSA.
This part is, yeah. But so I know for a fact that there was an unlockable skateboarding dinosaur type of dude.
Really?
Yeah. I doubt that they'd make a game about time travel where you're not like... Hey, wait, can I shoot past this thing? Oh, they were teaching me a lesson about charging my shots. Oh, look at that, it lines up so nicely. I'm a dingus.
Yes, they did make Critter Crunch.
They did. Woefully underrated. Lovely game.
That person who we told to Google something did not respond positively.
We're busy. I'm playing a video game over here.
Twitch censors your mean words.
Take that. No cussing allowed on the net. We can cuss. We can cuss all day.
Can we?
Maybe we shouldn't, but we can.
I heard that they don't like that.
Ah, come on. What are they? The cuss cops?
I would make a really good cuss cop, for the record.
What would a cuss cop's job entail?
You know, just like getting mad at people for cussing.
I feel like cops do more than get mad.
Nah. The people saying that's a lot of beer, we don't plan to drink all of it.
Bullshit. And that's
well, I mean, we'll see where the date takes us.
It's going to take us right through a 6-pack of Bud Light Lime. That's where it's going to take us. It's a hot day in San Francisco. While you're looking up the price of Super Time Force, will you also look up the temperature outside?
The temperature outside is warm.
Dude,
See, it's impossible to tell because there's so many microclimates.
Macroclimate. Wait.
No, it's too hard. Forget I said that.
Macroclimates. There you go. So it's running me through all the different characters right now. I just did Amy. Shoots a lot.
How many different characters are there? 4?
I think there's 4. Well, no, there's 4 primary ones who we're introduced to, but there are definitely more unlockable ones.
Yeah, I just messaged you.
So I'm gonna Facebook like. Do you think that's intentional? It's
it looks. The colors are exactly
the exact
same.
right
It's gotta
color
be.
scheme. Time. If I released it just the right time. But look how he kind of ragdolls. It's neat.
How does the game feel?
Good so far. I think where it gets really interesting. Hold on. That was cool. Yeah, it feels nice. I like any game where bullets are reflecting off walls and stuff is my kind of game, and this is one of those games. What up?
This has such a Mega Man feel to it.
This area in particular is very... I'm firing up the time toaster so we can learn all about super timing and forcing. I'm gonna literally... I feel like Anthony Carboni wrote this a little bit. That's the vibe.
Anthony probably did have a large influence on the development of this game. He's the one who originally introduced it to me at PAX. And I think he knows the Cabby guys. Anthony knows everyone. He's the coolest person I've ever known.
Yeah. So this is a cool moment here. The guy doing the tutorial just shot me in the head and murdered me.
So he was right about the literally thing.
Yeah, he literally blew my mind. But then I squeeze left trigger, come back, and kill him before he kills me. And now...
Look, your ghost is there.
He is.
And now you guys are buddies.
And I got a 1-up out of it. You did a timeout and a team-up.
Power up. Collect it to add their charge attack to yours.
Wait a minute.
MTF Econ wants to know our favorite pie. You know what? There's a really good place in San Francisco called Mission Pie that makes walnut pies, and it's like the best pie I've ever had. Because I'm not a fan of pecan pie.
Ooh. As a Southerner, I don't think I should be allowing another Southerner to say that in front of a camera.
I don't like the gel consistency of it. Like, I don't want gelatinous
a little shiny
pie. Walnut pie has a sugar base, like a granulated sugar base. So it tastes more like a regular pie. What's your favorite pie?
This is a very basic pie. You take like the seasonal Christmas time peppermint ice cream and you put it inside an Oreo crust. That's like about all you need right there.
Peppermint ice cream?
Yeah.
That does sound really good.
Super good.
Are you a big peppermint fan?
I'm down. You know, I know people get picky about like the various types of mints in the world. I'm not one of those people. I'll eat any mint that you give me. Spearmint.
Oh, I love spearmint.
Double mints. I'm gonna be real with you. They're all kind of the same thing to me.
What's the difference between spearmint and wintergreen?
It's a great question.
I've always wondered that.
It's a great question.
Because they all taste exactly the same.
So look how many me's there are knocking down this wall. Oh. Now the wall's destroyed. I think I need one more of myself. I'm going with Amy.
So this game gets, I think, really difficult when you die a bunch of times, and then you have, like, you're surrounded by 20 ghosts. And then it becomes really hard to see where your live character actually is.
Maybe
I do recall having a problem with that.
A little overwhelming?
Yeah, you'll see. You'll get there.
I believe it. It's really easy to imagine this game being over. I think I did it. Cool.
Nobody's really asking questions about the game. They're just asking us personal questions.
Cool.
What's your favorite TV show?
Right now, I'm really into season 2 of Hannibal. I think.
I've been meaning to watch Hannibal really bad. Also,
Dude.
I kind of have a huge boner for Michael Pitt, even though I don't know why.
Who's Michael Pitt?
He's the guy who plays the guy who gets his face eaten off, basically. He looks really gross.
In Hannibal?
Yeah.
We're talking about the TV show?
Yeah.
Michael Pitt. It's time for more. Welcome to our Google stream, where you ask us personal questions and we Google the answers.
This is him. And this.
Michael Pitt. I don't remember that. What?
He's been in a couple other movies.
Oh, wait.
This is from...
He's in season 2. Yeah, he's that new dude. He's that weird brother guy.
I've heard that show is really, really gory.
I seriously cannot believe that Hannibal is on network television, because it is more violent than any TV show I've ever seen on network TV or cable or HBO or in a movie theater.
That's what makes me think that I would like it. I like stuff like that.
Fucking disgusting. Like, it is so gross. The most vile, like, okay, let me tell you a fun anecdote about Hannibal that you can kind of extrapolate out into an anecdote about the way that we in America deal with violence versus sexuality. There's an episode of the show where these characters get skinned, like their backs get skinned and their skin gets hung up in the air like angel wings. And it's so like, you can see under their back and it's like so vivid and horrible.
This is on Fox, right?
This is on NBC.
Oh, that makes sense.
What is that? Oh, he just wants to team up with my past self.
That's your power up.
So that's super gross, right? Like really, really violent blood everywhere. And they turned it into the network. This is a story from the showrunner. He's like, so we turned the episode into the network, and NBC had a problem with it. Their problem with it was that you could see the top of the butt cracks of the people who had been skinned. And so he replied to them half jokingly, what if we just fill up the butt crack with so much blood that you can't see the butt crack anymore? And NBC was like,
sure.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
and so that's what they did. There's blood all in the butt crack. So
I kind of love NBC. They're just like willing to do whatever the hell.
Seemingly, like.
I watched the first half of the Rosemary's Baby miniseries.
How's
you
that?
guys watched our live stream last week. We talked about Rosemary's Baby and how it's one of my favorite movies of all time. The miniseries, it doesn't do the movie justice, but it's also not as bad as I was expecting it to be. I like Zoe Saldana a lot.
Is she in Scandal?
I've never seen that show. She's the girl from Star Trek. That's what I know her from.
I'm gonna tell you a secret. I didn't read the last piece of text because I was really involved in my Hannibal story. And I'm not 100.
Maybe this is too,
These
maybe
questions
too
are
distracting for you.
Oh wait, no, we're good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, look at that. Right in front of the door.
Our producer's saying that the Twitch audio is what seems to be lagging. So
weird.
If you are having a major issue with that, I might suggest checking us out on YouTube. YouTube.com/Rev3Games.
Convenient plug.
Yeah, that's us. Although I don't know where. Oh, here's our tab. Somebody's asking where my glasses are. I finally reordered contacts, guys. It's a
Dude, me too.
Memorial Day miracle.
Why isn't anyone asking where my glasses are?
Well, because you look normal. I've worn them for so long now because I resisted getting new ones for months and months. Also, I kind of hate wearing contacts, especially if I'm playing games because I get so into it that I forget to blink and then my contacts get
I'm blinking
really
a lot right now, but it's like a very manual process.
People are asking if they're a survival.
In this game?
Yeah.
Like a wave-based survival mode?
They just said, is there survival?
They just made their "this ain't no game" joke. So there's that.
Let's see. Oh, I never said my favorite TV show.
What is your favorite TV show?
It's a toss-up between Parks and Recreation and American Horror Story.
Parks and Rec?
I love Parks and Rec. I love Amy Poehler. I love anything she's ever done.
She's great.
She's brilliant.
I love to die in this game. It's
American Horror Story is also so freaking good. It's so good. Have you seen that?
I watched the first half of season 1 and I thought it was very good. Dude, if you like some darkness though,
I do like darkness.
you should definitely be watching Hannibal then.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go watch it. Tara, is Annie Gauss still at D News? I haven't seen her in ages. No, Annie left Revision 3. She's no longer with us, but she's not dead.
You made it sound like she died.
I like saying that.
I saw her the other day. Very much alive.
I like telling people that because then they're not so disappointed when they find out she's just not working here anymore.
Hold on, let me. Wow, wait, look. I'm 3 of myself. Look how many bullets I'm about to shoot. Watch this. Look at all that nonsense.
Whoa! How many of you are there now, or is that just insane power up?
I saved 2 of me from dying, and now there's 3 of me inside of me.
You grabbed a glorb.
An extra timeout. Watch how many bullets I can shoot right now, though.
Turn to news comments.
This game, oh, my past me just died.
Parks and Rec has one more season.
Yeah?
Although they totally changed things up in the last episode, and I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil it, but I'm not sure what to think of
I
it.
saw people on my Twitter timeline complaining about Parks and Rec spoilers, which I didn't know was possible, but...
Well, it's a very storyline-intensive show.
It seems like they've got that The Office thing going where there's
It's
like...
better than The Office. It's a million
It's
times
not,
better
but
than
that's
The
okay.
Office. It absolutely 100% is better than The Office.
Nah.
The characters are better. The storyline is better. Character development is way better.
I will grant you that it's probably better than the last season of The Office. I will say.
I stopped watching The Office after season 5, I think, because it just got weird. The early season's really good, but I felt like they should have ended it. I feel like Parks and Rec has not gone on the same downhill slope that The Office did at the end. It continues to get better every season.
My feeling about Parks and Rec was that it was always totally watchable. Parks and Rec was exactly fine.
Thing is, the character development is such a big part of that show that you have to watch it from the beginning and you have to watch it consecutively in order to appreciate its humor.
I like Aziz in it. He's good.
Aziz is like the worst part of that show,
No.
and I like him. Just saying. You haven't seen enough of it to make an
That's
educated
not true.
decision.
You don't know that.
I know.
I watched-
I know that's true because
Because if I had, I'd like it.
yes.
I don't dislike it. It's a-okay.
Somebody asked if we saw the first episode of Penny Dreadful. I don't know what that is.
No. I also want to watch The Americans. Speaking of things.
I tried watching the first episode of that and I wasn't into it,
Didn't do
but
it
I've
for you?
heard good things. I can't take Kerry Russell seriously in a role that's not Felicity.
Have you seen any of the new season of Louie yet?
No, that's another show that I enjoy, but I have not watched a whole lot of it. Some episodes are like not funny at all, and some are really, really good.
And it's weird, like, I think the unfunny ones are definitely unfunny on purpose. Like, they're unfunny by
No,
design.
absolutely, but the thing is, dark content is not what I want out of that show. I want Louis C.K. being hilarious. I don't want...
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And I think that that's, like, not the cool answer. Like, people are like, no, man, it's art. You gotta... and sometimes life isn't funny. I'm like, yeah, but... well, the reason I like Louis C.K. is he's got some good goofs.
Tara
Wait.
Nick, what do you think of Two Broke Girls and Big Bang Theory? I've never heard of Two Broke Girls.
I've heard of Two Broke
I
Girls.
cannot stand the
not
Big
about to
Bang
watch it.
Theory.
You know what I do like is... Have you seen Broke City yet? Wait,
Broad City?
Sorry.
I love Broad City.
Broad
Dude,
City's
Comedy
incredible.
Central is on fire.
They're kind of
this
killing
year.
it, right?
Broad City Review, which is fucking hysterical.
I've watched the first episode of Review.
That
it's
show,
really good.
it only gets better. Like, it gets the storyline. There's this whole undercurrent storyline that
Yes.
gets super dark.
That's my shit right
It's
there.
really, really funny. How about Boardwalk Empire? Another show featuring Michael Pitt, but I actually have not seen that one. I know some people who watch it and they're really into it. It's hard for me to get into non-comedy television shows because I just don't... It's weird because I like depressing movies, but like shows like... Why can't I remember the name of it? Come on, the show that everybody loves.
Game of Thrones.
No, I don't like that either, though.
I know what you're talking about.
The drug thing.
Oh, Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Breaking Bad. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. I watched the first episode of Breaking Bad and I was like, this is really good, and I just like never felt the need to watch it again.
Sometimes-
It's so draining to watch a show like that, especially an hour long. It's really hard for me to get into hour-long shows.
Dude, this episode takes place on Groundhog
Groundhog Day.
I feel that, man. Like, sometimes you're not in the mood to exhaust yourself with a sad thing. Sometimes you just want to watch some goofs.
Yeah. No multiplayer in this game, guys. I was disappointed too.
But, like, if you think about it, it's the most multiplayer because you're playing with yourself.
It's true, and it's kind of an infuriating game to watch somebody else play because you die so much.
I'm going to say that it's 70% the design of the game that expects you to die. 30% it's hard to talk and play a video game at the same time.
Somebody actually
Like-
said they've never heard anyone say that they can't stand the Big Bang Theory. Are you kidding me?
That person's got to be
Are
goofing
you
on
kidding
you.
me? I can't tell if that's sarcasm. Correct me if I'm wrong, but what about that show is funny?
No, it's not a good television
Like, I
program.
don't want to be mean because I hate it when people insult the shows that I like. I just legitimately do not understand what is funny about that show because I feel like it's making fun of nerds rather than rather than having people laugh with them. That's what really bothers me about that show. It's like, oh, these people are dorks. Let's make fun of them.
like a shitty attitude, and also the jokes aren't good. Although there are 2 YouTube videos that I would recommend you check out. One of them is The Big Bang Theory, but they took the laugh track out. That's pretty haunting.
I hate shows with laugh tracks also.
The other video that I would recommend is someone took The Big Bang Theory, but replaced the laugh track with Titus's laugh from Final Fantasy X.
Oh my god.
Which is that's a treat right there. That's an incredible film.
Laugh tracks were such a like 90s television
It's
thing.
such a bad look. It's so gross. It's
like it works for shows in the 90s like Friends and Seinfeld and stuff, but like I don't know, whenever I see a show that has it now, I'm like, it feels desperate.
Can you imagine anything more pandering than like, I think you're an idiot and I don't think you know when to laugh, so I'm gonna tell you? Like it's like
well, but laughing is infectious, right? Or contagious, I guess I should say. So I can see why laugh tracks work in shows, but if the show isn't funny to begin with, and granted, again, this is all personal opinion.
Okay, but it's the right opinion.
Well, I don't want to alienate anybody in our audience because I love everyone, except that guy who called me a fuckface.
That was me. Put my phone out.
I mean, in addition to you. It's nerd blackface.
I've seen people say that. That's okay. I draw the line there. I don't like The Big Bang Theory, but maybe nerd blackface is taking it a little far.
Somebody said Silicon Valley is like Big Bang Theory, but good. Lol.
That's a pretty good case to make me watch anything.
Silicon Valley is I thought that was a reality show. Maybe
no,
I'm thinking
I know what you're thinking of. That's something else. That was like a canceled.
I thought the new one was also sort of reality based though.
No, the new one's a Mike Judge project.
Do you like Modern Family? I haven't seen Modern Family all the way through, but I have liked what I have seen of it. My mom's really into that show, and I trust her taste in television.
I was like voraciously consuming Modern Family for the first 2 seasons, and then something happened where season 3, I think it actually got less funny. I don't think my taste changed. I've thought a lot about it, and I think season 3 of Modern Family was bad. But then I started watching the new ones after taking a few years off. It seems pretty good, so I don't know.
I pretty much love everything that Ed O'Neill has ever done.
He's a charmer.
Actually, Married with Children. I can't believe my parents let me watch that show growing up. But it really influenced a lot of my personality.
Dude,
Just like sarcasm.
That show holds up too. It's like,
oh my god, it's so funny.
Dark as hell.
Duck Dynasty? No.
Hell yeah. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to save this dude. We don't have to talk about video games, but I feel like
No, everyone just wants to talk about television, so that's what we're gonna do.
I'm fine with that. But
we're gonna make it a point to never talk about video games during these live streams.
Good, cool. I am just, every 15 minutes I will mention video games once. Right now what I'm trying to do is save this dude from dying. Neither of these people are going to die either.
So how do you get the power up?
So if a guy who died in a previous timeline doesn't die, you can absorb their body as a power. So I'm trying to kill this robot before he kills this man, because this man is the key to something or something.
What is your opinion on the Orphan Black? What is that?
Oh, that's that. I think it's British, or the girl in it's British. That was a terrible time to respawn. It's a show about a girl who sees another girl jump on the train tracks right in front of her, but that other girl looks exactly like her. And then there's some clone shit or something happening. I watched 2 episodes of it. It seemed alright. Super corny. Super duper corny, but if you're down for that. Come on, no!
Uh-oh, somebody introduced a combo breaker. Name 5 bands you love right now.
5 bands I love right now?
Right now.
I would have to like pause if I'm really gonna stop and think about this.
God, I have to look through my audio history.
Listening to George and Jonathan's new 3rd album a lot. That's been a fantastic treat. Wave Racer is great. He's the best.
Those aren't real words. You just made those up.
Wave Racer's dope. You would like Wave Racer. I've been listening to a lot of 813, which sounds a lot like Wave Racer, on the Mad Decent label.
All right, I'm just gonna read off my audio history. So there's an album by a French group called the El Michel Affair, and they did an entire symphonic rendition of Wu-Tang's Enter the 37th Chamber.
Okie doke.
And it's freaking
Sounds like
awesome.
Terralong.wave right there.
I want this to play at my wedding, and only this.
Are you gonna play it on your phone?
No, I'm not gonna play it on my phone now because it'll sound
Yes.
terrible, but you can look it up.
New character, Jeff Leppard.
Jeff Leppard. Nice. I've also been listening to, Gesaffelstein,
Yes,
which
that
is
new
awesome.
record.
Mac Miller, Schoolboy Q, and I've been going a little retro too and listening to a lot of Donovan. Yeah, I guess that's my 5. I can never think about answers to those questions when people ask me on the spot.
I know, it's tough. My brother just put out a new single from his album today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw that on Instagram.
Yeah.
His brother's famous, guys. Way more famous than us.
Yeah. I got a ask on Tumblr that was like, hey, is there any chance that you'll ever have Porter on on a Red Free Games video? And I'm like, I don't.
Please?
I mean, like, that'd be cool. We live in different parts of the...
concerts here, right?
Occasionally, yeah. We'll have him do something, maybe. That'd be fun. Oh, this wall's destructible. And I ran right into a bullet.
Have you two been watching Marvel's Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.? No, I haven't.
I watched the first half of the season, and like I watched like a good 10, 12 episodes of it. And this thing was happening where I thought I liked it, but also whenever I was watching it, I was thinking about how badly I'd rather be watching or doing anything else. So I don't know if that means I liked it or not. Probably not.
I keep hearing people talk about it, but I have no idea what it is.
Maybe it's about to get good. I don't know. The first season of every Joss Whedon show is bad. So, except for I guess Firefly, but
I'm not into Joss Whedon. Can I just say that without
That's
the
fair.
expectation of being
You're like-
lynched by the internet?
You're not allowed on the internet anymore, but
I just, I'm not into it. I'm sorry, guys.
No, I feel
if
it.
that means that you hate me now, I fully accept that. I just don't like anything that he's ever done. I don't like anything he's ever done, except Dr. Horrible Sing-Along, oddly. Even though I feel like it's one of the corniest things
yeah,
he's
that's like the
done.
most Joss Whedon thing of all
I
time.
know, and maybe I watched it with a group of people who were really into it, so that made me like it more. I bet if I watched it now, I probably wouldn't be so into it. Gosh, lots of questions in here. If you could make any video game musical, if you could make any video game a musical, what would it be?
Wow, perfect follow-up to
Yeah.
the Dr. Horrible.
Oh gosh, that's a hard one.
I'm gonna say Phantom Dust.
Streets of Rage. That would actually be an
The
incredible musical.
I was asking you like last week. I don't remember why, but like apropos of nothing, I was like, Tara, what's your favorite video game? Like when people ask you.
Like of all time.
When you said Streets of Rage 2, right?
It's so perfect. It has everything you need.
Video. It's got video. It's a game.
I never saw a Dollhouse actually. That was also Joss Whedon.
Yeah, I think that's pretty widely considered not good, but maybe there are people who disagree.
I've never heard of Porter, therefore Nick is the only famous one. Aww.
Sweet. I'll let him know. I'll tell his 3 million SoundCloud followers that they're in the wrong place and they need to watch our YouTube videos.
I'm sure you'll get some runoff from his groupies.
Could you have said that in a grosser way?
No, I don't think I could have.
That thing looks like the tiny cartridge thing held in front of Brandon Boyer's face.
It actually does. It actually does. Streets of Rage 1 was better. Yeah.
Wait.
I can't agree or disagree with that. I prefer the music in Streets of Rage 2.
I gotta pause
that's
this
what
video
put me over
game
the
while I
edge.
open this Bud Light Lime.
Oh, yes. God forbid.
You know what they say, Tara? Lime waits for no man.
No, that's... Oh my god, I hate you.
Super Lime Force. All right.
Oh man, 5 worst bands.
Oh, golly. I don't know.
I'm gonna
We can do the
say-
easy ones, right? We can do the, oh, Nickelback, Creed.
You know who I really don't
But-
like? Drake.
You're not allowed to say that, but I kind of feel you. Like, I listened to Nothing Was the Same over and over, and I think there's like 2 or 3 good songs on it, maybe.
Yeah, I like 3 songs on that album. But it's not because of him as a person.
No, like Big Sean's verse.
It's only because they've been featured on television shows that I like, so I associate them with like moments in good television.
I feel like I'm gonna have to fight this robot for real later in the game.
Gosh, who else do I hate? I hate a lot of things.
I don't really want to talk about that. That's a very sad subject. Wait, is this a replay? So this is a replay of the entire level from start to finish with all, like, if it was all one contiguous timeline.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is my
God,
shield.
now I can see why this game took like 4 years to make.
It's like, they had to work out all the paradoxes and stuff,
Yeah.
you know?
It must be really hard to create a game like this because I can't even like conceptualize it in my head.
Yeah.
But actually programming it into a real thing.
Imagine making a game that doesn't upset linear time, much less one that does. So this is a run, I guess, where someone survives the whole thing, right? No one ever dies, or most of the deaths are prevented. Nah, see, he died. I didn't save his life.
Did you win the game?
Yep, that's super time for us. Beat the whole thing.
Sweet. Any other questions you guys have? Random stuff.
Let me see this Jeff Leopard character that I unlocked
You can ask
here.
us any questions as long as it's not related to video games.
No video game questions allowed. AM anything. Ask me A.
Tara, why do you hate Final Fantasy? Didn't you watch our Casual Friday on this? I talked all about it. It's just... It's really hard for me to get into campy things. I don't know why. That's just something about my personality.
That's a really polite way to say bad.
Well, I mean, the most remarkable thing about Final Fantasy is that it is campy, in my opinion. But that's also why I don't like it. I'm sure people who like it have other opinions. I've just never been into JRPGs. I'm just, like, anime and stuff. I've tried watching anime, and something about it just, like, does not interest me.
Huh.
Some people are like that about certain things, right?
Yeah.
I remember Lee Alexander saying that she, like, anything space related, she's just like
instant turn off.
Immediately bored.
I'm that way with fantasy. Like I didn't think I liked space stuff until I saw Battlestar Galactica, and then I was like, all right, maybe I am into space stuff. But like, I just haven't liked a fantasy thing ever. I don't care about no Lord of the Rings. I don't care about no Game of Thrones.
My brother is super into the Lord of the Rings, and he could tell you like every single detail of like the lore, but he cannot remember anything else in his life for shit.
He used it all up.
Nothing else. He's like the most absent-minded person. But when it comes to Lord of the Rings, he's like, oh yeah, this person's like from this clan. And like, see, I can't even make up chat about Lord of the Rings. That's how little I know it.
It's all mages and...
Are you guys excited about Hyper Light Drifter? Hell yes.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of games with gorgeous and uniquely stylized pixel art, that game.
Tara, what can one do to earn Nick's love?
What?
Jordan Rodkey is asking that. He tweets at us a lot.
He does. Shouts out to Jordan for following us for years and years and years. What a homie. To earn my love? Well, I mean, people ask me that a lot, and the answer I usually give them is that if you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends.
It's a good answer.
Someone should write a song about it.
So you're not into Game of Thrones then?
Mm-mm.
Thank God, I'm not the
It's you and me
only one.
against the world, Tara.
Seriously. I just like... we had a really funny, actually, outtake from a Hard Science episode that Anthony and I did where we talked about Game of Thrones, and I explained why I'm not into it. It's modern drama set in fantasy times.
Mm-hmm.
What's to like? I don't even like modern drama.
Look at those pills. Fart aid.
Where are you right now?
I'm in the subway in the 1980s. Jeff Leopard just died. I'm going to protect him.
What games are we excited to see at E3? I wish I could tell you, but we actually don't know what games we're even gonna be seeing at E3. They've released some like I saw on NeoGAF somebody had released like a leaked list
bullshit.
of the games that Sony was going to be bringing. I never trust those things because more often than not, they're not true.
There's something I've been trying to articulate for a while that I think Jason Schreier at Kotaku put into words really well, which is, like, why would that list exist? Like, there's a list that was like all the, it was like everything that's going to be on stage and playable at all 3 press conferences, or both press conferences and all 3 stage demos. Why would that list exist? Who would make that and who would have access to that and why would it?
Yeah,
like,
it's never as clear cut as you think it is.
It doesn't work that way. The world doesn't work that way. But, I don't know, I was just in LA seeing some E3 video games that I can't talk about yet, so.
There's going to be a lot of good stuff at E3 this year.
Yeah, it feels like it, right? Like last year was the big freaking out about new consoles year, but
now we actually get to concentrate on games.
Games, exactly, yeah. Like the developers have finally had a chance to make games and get comfortable with this hardware for a couple of years now, and like, it's about time for some video games.
Would you consider an FTL run live stream? I want to see Nick the space racist.
Oh yeah, I was tweeting last night that I couldn't tell any of FTL's any of the non-human races apart. And I started to
culturally insensitive.
I know. It's like I'm Ashley from Mass Effect. I'm so space racist.
I would do the hell out of that, although does a speed run imply that you have to beat the game? Because I still haven't done that.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think just like, we'll just do, hold on. I need to switch to Shieldy.
That's not a real thing, right? Like, you can't beat that game.
No, it's never happened.
It's a placebo thing, right?
No one's ever done it. No, I insist on playing on normal, so I will probably never beat that game.
It's impossible on easy, too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I got to the last phase of the final boss once, and then I shot the drone thing on the ship and turned off the final boss's like drone thing, and his drones were still floating around me shooting me. So I was like, fine. I guess there's nothing I can do.
Did it? Well,
But I've been playing a lot of Advanced Edition on the iPad. That's all I did for my flight back from LA yesterday, and just the best. Just the best.
It's so good.
Such a good interface for it too.
Yeah.
It's weird trying to kill a boss in like 10 seconds with a bunch of dudes. It's such a different way to play a boss fight in a video game. Oh, I just wasted my charge up on this boss who wasn't like here yet. All right, he's almost dead. 3, 2, 1. Bosh.
What is the game that is not out yet that you want to play the most?
Oh man.
I would say right now, maybe Destiny?
Yeah, I'd like to see what that really is. Like,
actually, no, Borderlands the pre-sequel. Duh.
All right.
There's a few good games coming out this year, but I was looking at the release schedule and it seems like it's not as exciting or populous as I thought it would be.
Well, you know what? I mean, there are all these huge gaps, right? Like there's June and basically there's the rest of the year it just seems empty. But I think that's because E3 hasn't happened yet, and so they so much is God. Look at all these dudes on screen. There's so many things that we just simply don't know about yet.
True.
I need a time up.
Nick, what is your favorite sexy female video game character?
Baby Mario.
Nick and Tara, what is your favorite TV show and movie genre? We already answered the TV show one.
Genre.
Genre?
Though.
Well, they said TV show and movie genre.
Well, English language is a shitty language,
oh,
so I think.
I see what they're saying. Comedy for TV. For movie. I like all movies except action movies.
Is anime a genre?
Yes.
Then yes.
Begrudgingly.
I don't think it is, man. I think it's like pixel art, you know? Like it's not it's a medium.
How many anime movies are there really?
A bunch? Are you for real?
I thought
so
there
many.
would be way more TV shows than movies.
Probs, but there's a grip.
All I know is about the Miyazaki ones, because I'm a white lady.
Gaijin over here.
You know what? I did watch a really good movie recently called Another Earth, which is it's kind of a sci-fi film, but not really because it's super low budget. But it's about like you should actually go watch the trailer on YouTube because it's a really good trailer. And it was like super low budget. The two main actors in the movie wrote the movie, And now the guy who directed it, Mike Cahill, is coming out with another movie, also starring Michael Pitt, who is the theme of today's live stream, clearly.
Welcome to the Pit stream.
Yeah, it's a really, really interesting film. I recommend people go watch it, or at least check out the trailer.
I think it's entirely possible that in my excitement to just hop right into the game and have conversations about television and skip all the tutorials, that and maybe not at the, wow, look how fast we're moving through this boss though. I'm in this sort of loop right now of like trying to destroy all the dudes on this ship in 15 seconds using hundreds and hundreds of copies of myself.
Oh, we're on the front page of Twitch. Nice.
Neat.
We're gonna have to keep our language to a minimum.
No swears. Come on. Come on. One guy left. All right. You want to see something amazing? I've got like 25 copies of myself right now. All of them. Well, look how quickly this boss's health goes down with all my different dudes. I screwed up and I like touched him.
I can't even tell what's going on at this point in the game.
Watch
Things are. It's such a.
Look at his health meter on the right side of the screen. Just vanishes. Come on. Oh, there's the exit. All right, cool.
Oh, time seems to be a very
very
important theme of this game.
It seems like it. Well, I mean, when you can make infinite copies of yourself, the enemies aren't really the enemies, right?
I don't remember there being a time limit when I played, but it's possible
Come on.
I forgot it.
I died right in the doorway. Okay, so I need to kill the last guy as quickly as possible. I hope no one is watching me play and they're all just thinking and talking about television, because this would probably be infuriating. All right.
Anyone want to pitch in money to buy them better beer? Believe it or not, this was Nick's main choice for beer.
We don't have to go into it.
We do have to go into it, because I want you to be publicly shamed for your choices.
It's a hot day in San Francisco. We need refreshing, cool, watery beer. There's no better choice than our new sponsor. Not really.
Tara, why do you like indie games more than retail games? What?
I don't think
That's not true. I don't know what gave you that impression. Is it because we're playing an indie game now?
Yeah, I think that's kind of my bit.
I like all games equally.
It's true.
Tara, Nick, what is your #1 game of all time? Well, I already answered that. It's Streets of Rage 2. What's yours?
Phantom Dust.
Really?
That's my go-to answer whenever someone asks me what my favorite game is Phantom Dust.
Are you going to stream Transistor next week? We absolutely could. Because it comes out on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, or at least that's when the embargo lifts. We will have Transistor coverage,
well, it
basically.
comes out on the 20th, the day that is the 20th Tuesday?
Or something. I don't know.
I have no concept of time anymore after watching you play this game.
It's messed up the whole deal. It's messed up our brains. Well, cool.
Are we done?
I mean...
Oh, look at that. It's almost 5 o'clock. Time goes...
It's 5 o'clock, some game. Super Time Force.
Transistor does come out next Tuesday. So yeah, we will try to live stream that for you guys. We have codes already.
Totally.
So.
Yeah, we're going to play a bunch of Transistor, and then we will talk about it.
That is also a single-player only game, though, right?
I believe so. I'd be really surprised if it was more than that.
Maybe I'll get to actually play video games next week.
Maybe. Sorry for making you hang out in a chat room.
I've had fun interacting with the chat. You guys have been asking fun questions. So yes, thank you guys for watching. We are trying to make this a regular weekly thing.
True.
So every Tuesday from 4 to 5 p.m. Pacific time, you can count on us to be here streaming games. And as always, if you have suggestions on games you would like us to stream, please let us know. You can hit us up on Twitter. I am Tara Longest.
I'm at Babylonian on Twitter.
Babylonian.
It's a lot of characters.
Yes. So 5 o'clock. Why don't you guys go pop open a Bud Light and enjoy the rest of your afternoon?
Yep.
Cheers.